Obviously, they seem to look to Caleb Wesson early and often. How much did you guys prepare to try to contain him?
Well, we tried, but unfortunately, we can't grow a guy 6'9", 280 pounds in our program right now. Actually, our biggest post player is our starting right tackle for our football team, with similar size to Caleb. Wesson is a heck of a ball player. I give credit to their coaching staff and the work ethic. I watched that young man warm up before the game, and I believe his best basketball is still ahead. And just with his sheer size and skill level, it posed a problem. He actually drew 12 fouls from our guys tonight. I haven't seen that before, where post players that big is almost like Shaq in the late 90s, where he was playing and, everybody just fouled him. So I give credit to him on his preparation and their coaching staff of getting him ready to play.
Why do you see that his best is in front of him? What makes you say that?
Well, if he keeps on working on his skill package, watched him before the game and during the game, I think he hit 2 or 3 three-point shots. It makes a difficult matchup. You're just not used to seeing a guy that can stretch the floor like that and then also dominate you in the paint. The game is moved to more face-up 4 men instead of back to the basket 5s, and he has a rare combination of being able to do both. And I think with more agility training and strength and conditioning, I just think his game can go to another level eventually.
What stood out to you about Ohio State leading into the game, and then after you faced them, did what you think was going to happen live up to it?
Well, we really anticipated their guards being dominant. We thought that they were a well-balanced team, and we really thought that number 3, Woods, I believe, was the leading scorer going into the game.
C.J. Jackson?
Yeah, C.J. Jackson. We anticipated them to try to get off and have big games, and instead they they started a little differently than what we anticipated by going to the big fella. But if I was playing against us and I had a guy his size, I would go straight to him as well.
In your prep for this game, what is it about their guards that usually play 3? What sorts of things did you see and that you tried to prepare for, whether you saw it or not?
Their outside shooting ability and quickness. I believe Ohio State is a very unselfish basketball team as well, as you can tell in their assists tonight. They really don't care who scores. They try to really work and get the open man the shot. That's a message that we're trying to relay to our guys as well. And we thought with the combinations that they bring off the bench along with their starters, we anticipated that it'd be a guard-heavy oriented offensive attack for them. And again, like I said, they started the game by going inside to the big fella, and they kept going. So, I give credit to them. For us, we got to continue to prepare. This is a tough part of our schedule. I think we're on our 4th or 5th road game. We got another game Tuesday night on the road. On this level in our league, these are the type of games you have to play. And I have a basketball team right there that's in the need of a confidence booster. But just like in life, you got to work through these situations and you got to try to get better every possession. We're going to continue to do that. We can't measure ourselves. The great thing about tonight is we don't have to beat an Ohio State to get to the NCAA tournament, thank God. We go against teams our level. We have to keep our guys mentally into it for the remainder of November and December, because it doesn't get any easier. I mean, we still got Virginia Tech on the schedule, Cincinnati, College of Charleston. We got a host of teams that played in the NCAA tournament. And for schools our level, you got to get through this, and then you got to get off the mat and be ready to compete in conference play, because for us, it comes down to 4 days in March. And the team that is more mentally and physically prepared in order to execute come tournament time is the team that you'll see in the NCAA tournament. So our goals are still intact, and we're going to keep working toward those every day.
When you're going against a team like Ohio State with 3 freshmen that have been playing a lot and a grad transfer that only have so much film, how do you prepare for those guys that weren't a part of the team?
Well, it's a quick turnaround because we played on, I've lost track of days, but I think we played Friday night up in Cleveland. So it's a very quick turnaround. We watched some film late that night, and then we got up the next morning and started to prepare for them. Again, when you're playing against high major athletes, you're bigger, faster, stronger, and they're at Ohio State for a reason, So, you just try to get prepared. You try to really go off your principles defensively, because you don't have a whole lot of time to go through every action that you may see during the game. So you got to depend on your principles. And again, I think Wesson was the matchup that we didn't have any answer for. And I give Ohio State credit. They recognized that and they kept going to the well, and that well didn't run dry. Before I close, I'd like to say this week I lost a very dear friend of mine by the name of Steve Bailey to a heart condition, and I would just like to send prayers to his family. It was a childhood high school friend that was one of my biggest supporters and friends in life, and I would tell all of you and anyone else that's listening that don't take 24 hours for granted. Don't take your relationships for granted. And make sure that people know that you care about. And I just wanted to say that in dedication to my friend that's on the other side now.
What's his name again?
Steve Bailey.
B-A-I-L-E?
Yes, sir.